being a small team. It's really hard. Expectations for a smaller race team have to be realistic as well. I want to win, you know. I want to win. I think every week we go to the racetrack, we got a chance to win the race. You know, sometimes we get ourselves in position to have a good finish, but most of the times we're going to be fighting for a top 20 finish. Just because if you look, you know, you got 4 Hendrick cars, you got 2 Penske cars, 4 Childress cars, 4 Gibbs cars. Those are huge organizations you're racing against who have a tremendous amount of resources, and they take up the first 20 spots. So you got to beat those guys. So that becomes very frustrating at times, and our season's so long that it can wear on you. And so you got to really focus on trying to make yourself better incrementally in this business, and that's what we think we're doing. We hire very, very good people, like I said, to work with us. Very smart, very confident people.
You're against a lot of teams that are, you know, been around for years and years, and you're the underdog, and we all kind of like that.
As I understand it, you are the crew chief here at JTG Doherty.
Yes.
So you oversee all of this. This is your whole domain, right?
Yeah, to a certain extent, yeah. There's a lot of people that do the work underneath me, but I'm kind of, I guess, the go-to guy. Basically, you've got a head of every department around here, so we all work together to coordinate the whole project. You got the head of the fabrication shop, the body shop, the engineering department, the setup place. So all these little groups work together to put the car together, all the components go into the car, and at the last minute you're loading onto the truck and heading to the racetrack. So.
Are you a nervous wreck every week?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, there's a certain amount of stress involved, you know. I mean, this after all is professional sports. It's performance based, and if you don't perform, then you'll find yourself on the outside looking in. There's not a lot of loyalty in this sport just because they can't afford to.
We understand that you're the jackman.
Correct.
That's the sort of the quarterback of the team.
Well, the jackman is extremely unique because I kind of control the tempo of the pit stop. So I'm the first person that jumps off the wall as the car's coming in. Obviously elevate the car on the right side and try to do it smooth. Our changers are really where our speed's at. That's where the focus, the primary speed of the pit stop is. So I try to maintain everything nice and smooth for them. I get to control when the pit stop's done. When I drop the jack, the driver's leaving, whether we're done or not. So if I happen to make a mistake, mess up before these guys are done, obviously there could be injuries, there could be penalties, a lot of things. So you kind of control the tempo and make sure everybody's exactly where they're supposed to be.
How do you get that much weight up that quickly?
Well, we use this race jack right here. I use the Brunholzl jack. It's got a 9.5-inch stroke. So every time, basically for every pump is 9.5 inches of lift. Obviously you got to get on the handle. It's a little bit of leverage, a little bit of technique to be able to do that. But these cars weigh 3,400 pounds. On top of the fact that they're coming at you at 55 miles an hour, sliding to a complete stop, and you got to get it up as fast as you can.
Hey, you got something in your teeth. I'm serious.
Are you? I haven't eaten anything. Do you have any older brothers?
Yes, I do.
Because it feels like this is the treatment you're getting. I understand you're the new guy in the shop.
Yeah.
And that comes with special privileges, right?
Oh, let's just say the joking around and giving me a hard time. You gotta have a lot of mental toughness being the new guy.
Tell me about one of the best pranks or jokes they pulled on you.
Well, there was one today. They wanted me to wear my road crew shirt in here. Everybody else is wearing their regular ones, and I kind of knew, obviously not.
Hey, whenever you get done with this, the third stall's out of toilet paper.
Yeah, stuff like that, exactly. Stuff like that.
Pit practice. Was that you driving the car?
Yeah, I drive the pit practice car. I've never driven a full body stock car like that. When I first started here, the biggest thing was stopping in the box. I was stopping short a lot or stopping long, and just getting used to that kind of race car, the stock car.
The mechanics of that whole team effort thing, you got to have everybody on the same page. And that is the hardest dynamic, I think, of the whole thing, is to keep everybody that way in the right attitude. If I'm on the radio during the race, if I can ever say, that's a good job, instead of what happened, that would be better, right? And it's hard sometimes when you're in the heat of battle, sweating your butt off, but hey, you can't always do that.
I love that every time.
Everybody does it
every time. I love it.
Push down all you got. Keep pushing. Keep going.
Nope. Come on.
Break his ribs.
Mike, bench press.
That work out good?
Bench press it, Mike.